Welcome back to my channel. Today, we explore the value of specific coins, the top 4 most valuable U.S. Jefferson nickel coins, value in today's market. So let's get started. First up, the 1992 Jefferson nickel with the D Mint mark from the Denver Mint. This coin features the iconic Monticello design on the reverse and a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse. Designed by Felix Schlag, the Jefferson nickel has been a part of American coinage since 1938 and remains in circulation to this day. The 1992 D Jefferson nickel may seem like an ordinary coin at first glance, but collectors often look for specific details that can influence a coin's value. The overall condition of the coin is one of the biggest factors. In this video, we're focusing specifically on examples that are graded as extra fine. In this condition, the coin shows light wear on the high points, but the major details of Jefferson's hair, coat, and Monticello's steps remain clear and sharp. The coin should have a good overall appearance with strong eye appeal and minimal scratches or discoloration. As of today's market, the value of a 1992 D Jefferson nickel in extra fine condition typically ranges between 25 cents and 50 cents, depending on the buyer and current demand among collectors. While this may not seem like a significant jump from its face value, it is a small premium for a coin that is more than 3 decades old and still in great shape. Some collectors are building full sets of Jefferson nickels and are always on the lookout for well-preserved coins from each year and mint mark, which can increase interest in examples like the 1992 D. It's important to note that while extra, fine condition coins have a slight value over face, the real premiums are usually reserved for coins in mint state or those with unique errors. However, for beginner collectors, coins like the 1992 D nickel in extra fine condition offer an affordable way to start building a collection and learning about coin grading and preservation. If you come across a 1992 D nickel with sharp detail and minimal wear, it may be worth holding on to or adding to a date and mint mark set. Next up, the 1991 Jefferson nickel with the D Mint mark struck in Denver. At first glance, this coin might seem like any ordinary nickel you would use to buy a pack of gum or feed a parking meter, but some collectors are willing to pay more than face value for specific versions of this coin depending on a few key factors. So what makes the 1991 D Jefferson nickel potentially valuable? It all comes down to the condition, the strike quality, and whether the coin has any unique errors or varieties that catch the eye of collectors across the country. The obverse of this coin features the profile of Thomas Jefferson designed by artist Felix Schlag. His image has graced the nickel since 1938, and this version still carries his iconic look, but with minor changes made over the years. The reverse showcases Monticello Jefferson's famous estate in Virginia, with the denomination and mottos inscribed around it. Now let us get into the core of what you are here for, the value of a 1991 D Jefferson nickel in today's market. In circulated condition, meaning the coin has been used in everyday transactions, its value is generally around 5 cents, which is of course its face value. However, when the coin is in better shape and has been preserved, well, the story changes. If you have a 1991 D Jefferson nickel in extremely fine or almost uncirculated condition, you might be looking at a small premium of 20 to 30 cents, which may not seem like much, but is a good sign that collectors are interested in high-grade versions of this coin. The real jump in value comes when the coin reaches mint state grades, in mint state 60 to 63. A 1991 D Jefferson nickel can be worth anywhere from $1 to $5, depending on the buyer and the coin's eye appeal. When we move higher into mint state 65 and above, especially with full steps details on Monticello, which refers to a perfectly struck reverse with sharply defined steps, the value increases more significantly. Coins graded MS 65 with full steps can fetch prices between $10 and $30 depending on demand and grading authority. Some examples in MS 66 or MS 67 with full steps have been known to sell for even higher in auctions, sometimes reaching up to $50. or more if the coin is visually stunning and slabbed by a reputable grading company like PCGS or NGC. But what really excites collectors is when these coins come with mint errors. These could be off-center strikes, double dies, or clipped planchets. While rare for the 1991 D. Jefferson nickel, if such an error is found, the value can easily climb from a few dollars to hundreds, depending on the rarity and severity of the mistake. If you want to find out if your coin has potential value, start by checking the overall condition. Look for wear, especially on Jefferson's cheekbone and jawline, then flip it over and inspect Monticello. The more steps you can clearly see, the higher the potential grade and value to truly understand what your 1991 D. Jefferson nickel is worth. Consider having it appraised by a professional or sending it to a grading service. Keep in mind that values change depending on current market trends, collector interest, and auction results. In conclusion, while the 1991 D. Jefferson nickel is common in circulation, coins in pristine condition or with special characteristics can carry a surprising premium. Take a closer look at your pocket change. You never know what hidden treasure you might discover. Next up, the 1988 Jefferson nickel, minted in Denver, also known as the 1988 D. Monticello nickel. This coin might look ordinary at first glance, but under the right conditions and with the right details, it could be worth much more than its face value. The Jefferson nickel has been in circulation since 1938, and it features a profile of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse or front of the coin. The reverse shows Monticello, Jefferson's famous Virginia home. Over the years, some issues of this coin have become quite collectible, especially when they are in high-grade condition or contain mint errors that set them apart from the average. Nickel, the 1988 D. Jefferson nickel was minted in Denver and had a mintage of over 570 million coins, which makes it fairly common in circulated grades. However, not all coins are created equal. What makes a coin stand out is its condition, luster, strike quality, and rarity in top grades. So while the majority of 1988 D nickels are only worth face value, a small number in exceptional condition can command a much higher price on the collector's market today. If you happen to find a 1988 D. Jefferson nickel in mint state condition, particularly those graded MS65 or higher by reputable grading services like PCGS or NGC, then you might be holding on to a coin worth several dollars. Coins graded MS66 or MS67 are even rarer and more valuable. These coins show no signs of wear, have strong eye appeal, and are often preserved with their original mint luster. As of now, a 1988 D. Jefferson nickel graded MS66 can fetch anywhere from $15 to $40 depending on the market and demand. If you're lucky enough to have one in MS67 condition, that price could jump significantly, with recent auctions showing sales in the range of $75 to even over $100. It's also important to keep an eye out for errors or varieties. Although the 1988 D. Jefferson nickel isn't known for a major variety like some other dates, there are occasional mint errors such as off-center strikes, double dies, or clipped planchets. These types of errors can greatly increase a coin's value depending on their severity and collector interest. To determine if your coin is valuable, first examine it closely for any unusual features or imperfections that appear to be mint-related. Next, consider the coin's overall condition. If it has no wear, has strong details on both Jefferson's face and Monticello, and retains a glossy or frosty finish, it might be worth getting professionally graded. Remember that grading plays a critical role in determining value. An ungraded coin might only sell for a few dollars, even if it appears to be in great condition, but a certified coin with a high mint state grade will always attract more serious collectors and buyers willing to pay a premium. So the bottom line is this. While the 1988 D. Jefferson nickel is common in everyday circulation, a high-quality example in mint state or a rare error variety can bring real value in today's coin market. If you've got one of these nickels sitting in your change jar, now might be the perfect time to take a closer look and see if you've got a hidden gem. The 2004 P. Jefferson nickel is part of the Westward Journey nickel series issued by the United States Mint to commemorate the bicentennial of the Lewis and Clark expedition. In 2004, the U.S. Mint introduced two new reverse designs on the Jefferson nickel while retaining a modified portrait of President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse. The 2004 nickels featured the Peace Medal reverse and the Keelboat reverse, both honoring key aspects of the Lewis and Clark journey. The 2004 Peace Medal nickel, released early in the year, features an image of a peace medal that was given by Lewis and Clark to Native American leaders during their expedition. This reverse design displays a pair of clasped hands, one representing a Native American and the other a European American, with a crossed tomahawk and peace pipe above them. The inscriptions include Louisiana Purchase 1803 and United States of America. This design symbolizes the peace and diplomacy efforts of the expedition. Later in the year, the Mint released the 2004 Keelboat nickel. This reverse depicts the keelboat used by Lewis and Clark as they navigated the Missouri River. It shows the vessel under sail with crew members visible, offering a dynamic representation of the expedition's journey into uncharted territory. 3's obverse of both 2004 nickels features a new image of Thomas Jefferson, still facing left, but now with a more detailed and realistic portrayal based on a Rembrandt Peale portrait. The inscription Liberty is rendered in Jefferson's own handwriting. The P mint mark signifies that the coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which produced hundreds of millions of both 2004 designs, making them common in circulation. Specifically, the 2004 Peace Medal nickel had a mintage of approximately 361 million coins, and the 2004 Keelboat nickel had a mintage of about 366 million coins. These large numbers ensure that both coins are easily found in circulated condition and are not rare. In terms of value, circulated 2004 Jefferson nickels typically hold face value of 5 cents. However, uncirculated and high-grade examples can carry a modest premium. In mint state grades, MS-60 to MS-65, individual coins might sell for 25 cents to $1. Higher grade examples certified by third-party grading services such as PCGS or NGC, especially in MS-67 or above, can reach values between $10 and $30 depending on market demand and eye appeal. Special varieties and errors can increase value significantly. For example, collectors seek out coins with off-center strikes, die cracks, and full steps on Monticello on Jefferson nickels from other years. But since the 2004 nickels don't use the Monticello reverse, full steps don't apply. However, sharp strikes and clean surfaces without bag marks are still desirable. Proof versions of these coins were also issued by the U.S. Mint in 2004 as part of the annual proof sets. These coins, struck with polished dies on specially prepared planchets, display mirror-like fields and frosted devices. Proof examples carry higher value, typically ranging from $1 to $3 per coin depending on condition and whether sold individually or in sets. Overall, the 2004 Jefferson nickel is valued more for its historical significance than its monetary worth. It represents a key moment in American coinage when the Mint temporarily shifted from the classic Monticello design to honor an important national expedition. These coins are widely collected as part of the Westward Journey nickel series, which ran from 2004 to 2006, making them essential for modern U.S. coin collections. While not rare, high-grade and error specimens offer opportunities for added collector interest.